Hi, and welcome to English 203, Introduction to Creative Writing. My name is Tanya Perkins. I'm a full-time faculty member in the English department at IU East, and I have the privilege of being your instructor for this semester. I look forward to getting to know you and getting to know your work. English 203 is a gateway class for the gateway course, I should say, for the creative writing minor or concentration. So it's basically an introduction to poetry, creative nonfiction, and fiction, with the thought that you may be going on to take more advanced coursework, specifically focusing on one of those genres. So we're going to be just taking, as I said, a very basic introductory look at those three genres. You're going to be using two textbooks. We're going to be starting off in poetry, so this is the poetry textbook you're going to be using. Mary Oliver is an American poet. She's won a plethora of awards. One recent collection, I'm blanking out on the title of it, won the Pulitzer a few years back. And this is really a great little handbook. It's a very basic introduction to poetry. We sometimes think of poetry as being like just opening up your guts and spilling all over the place, whatever you want to say. But I think you'll be surprised to see that poetry is actually quite technical. And good poetry has a structure to it. And she does a great job of introducing that concept. The other textbook you're going to be using that I've selected is this, Alice LaPlante's The Making of a Story. I first encountered Alice LaPlante when I was in grad school. I think she has a really great approach to how to put a story together, the elements of fiction and nonfiction, because actually a lot of the elements are the same. This particular book is the kind of book you want to buy, hopefully secondhand. I know these things can get expensive, but then keep throughout your academic or writing career. She goes into way more depth than we're going to be able to cover in the short time we have together. But she also includes, this book isn't just good craft writing, but she includes a fairly decent anthology of some very useful works to read. So we're going to be doing quite a bit of reading out of this. I'm also going to be supplying readings to you through the OnCourse site. This course is organized through OnCourse. Obviously, that's where you are now, right? Watching this video. I use modules. So you're going to find all of your assignments in modules. And if you look on the menu, the radio buttons to the side of your screen, you'll see that modules is right there. When you click it, it'll take you to a list of the different modules that are organized on a weekly basis. So I've created one module for each of the 16 weeks of our semester. You'll start off with the first module, which begins, it's for August 25th through whatever the following Sunday is. I've got my calendar here, but anyway, you can see it's August 25th through September 1st or something. The modules run, I've organized it to run Monday through Sunday. So a new module will become available a few days before, usually the Friday before, and the work is to be done Monday through Sunday with all of your assignments due the Sunday of the module, Sunday by midnight Eastern Time. That's where I am. I'm located in Richmond, Indiana. So Sunday at midnight, you can keep that in mind. Same due date pretty much throughout the whole semester, with one exception, and that is the date that your final portfolio is due. I'll get to that in just a minute. So take a look at the modules. That's where you're going to find all of the instructions, the readings, everything you need to do. If you just start and go through each page of the module, it's in the order you need to do it. I've also included some kind of interesting things there, some video clips that are worth watching, a couple of my favorite poets giving performances, some interesting interviews. That's all within the module where it's most pertinent. Okay. Okay. So the work that you're going to be doing, you're going to be writing 3 poems in our poetry section. You're going to be writing 2 creative nonfiction essays in our essay section and 2 short stories in our fiction section. So that's the work. Then you're going to be selecting 2 poems, one of those essays and one of your short stories to revise and submit as a final portfolio along with a reflection. I'm also asking you to attend a literary event at some point during the semester and write a brief blog post about it. That is a requirement. I'll post events that are happening within the Richmond area that would qualify. Obviously, not all of you live around here. So if you live in an area where you're having trouble finding a literary event, and the syllabus describes what I mean by literary event. It can be a reading, it can be a play, it can be a book signing, anything that is a kind of a literary social event I want you to attend. If you are having trouble finding something that qualifies in your area, let me know. Okay, let me know in enough time so that we can brainstorm together and come up with an alternative. I'm also asking you to submit 1 or more of your works to Tributaries. Tributaries is IU East's Journal of Creative Work. It's a student-run literary journal that is published once a year. So I want you to try to get published. This is a great opportunity for any new writer. Okay, so this is all covered in the syllabus in quite a bit more detail. So what I'd like you to do is finish watching this video. I'm almost done. And then take a look at the syllabus. It is posted. Read through it very carefully because it has more detail about the work that you're going to be doing this semester, as well as just general course policies, my policy on late work, university policies on different things. So I've also included a calendar of work or a schedule of work, what you're going to be doing each week. Now that's put in the syllabus for your convenience, but that same information is within the modules in a lot more detail. So you can take a look at that schedule within the syllabus, but please go to the modules, and that's what you can do after you look at the syllabus. Go into modules, start with the first module. I'll make 2 or 3 weeks worth of modules available at any given time so that if you want to work ahead, you can. Keep in mind that there is collaborative work involved in some modules. You need to be available to do that work with your peers. You can contact me through on-course messages. I check my messages maniacally, usually, and my email as well, usually multiple times a day, and I aim to return them very, very promptly. If you email me or message me at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, you probably won't hear back until the next day, though, because I tend to go to bed very early. So take a look at the syllabus, read through it, take a look at the first few modules, and then get to work. Introduce yourselves to me and to each other by making an introductory blog post. The details on that are in the first module. I look forward to getting to know you, reading your work, and working with you this semester.